Okay, it's my first video. This is for a new escalation league that I've joined. So I've just picked up everything I need for the first month, roughly. We're going to be starting on 25 power level, going up to 38 for the second 2 weeks. So I've decided to go with Imperial Guard. Just because I've always quite liked miniatures, never actually played them before, so I'm going to be recording everything that I've done and how I'm building my army, so on. Because I haven't actually started a new army in quite a while, so it's going to be interesting. So first off, obviously the codex. So I've got that. I'm going to have a look through that later. So I'll probably do another video just talking about kind of my first impressions of that, because I've never played as Guard before, so it's going to be interesting. So there's that. And then let's go through kind of the basics first. So let's start with command squad. I'm going to use them as a command squad for this, but I want to eventually pretty much use them for veterans, so I won't be building the flag or Voxcaster or any of that kind of stuff with this. I'll probably just be taking all the special weapons and sticking them in with this squad. I'm thinking either plasma or melter, so just use them as that. So eventually there'll be a kind of one of a couple of veteran squads, but because we're doing a patrol for this, I've only got 2 elites slots, so I'm going to stick with command squad, which is an easy way to then get my HQ in, because for my other elites, which I'll come on to, I will be using quite a cool unit, I think. So for my other elites, so that one will be my HQ and my one elite choice. I'm going to go for these guys, just because I think they're great, to be honest. I was quite surprised when I saw the plastic versions, because back in the day I'd only really seen the Ogrins, really. The old metal Ogrins, I wasn't too keen on them, but these guys I think look great. So I'm going to get these, and I will probably, a few weeks, like towards the middle of the campaign, then get 3 more, make up a squad of 6, which should be good. And then I'm going to be using the Chimera as their transport, so that they can just kind of go straight in and whack some stuff, I think is the whole point of those. And then, of course, got my troops choices. So I've just got 2 basic boxes of Cadians. I should add, I'm not going to be using any of the heads for the Cadians. I've bought some separate heads, which I'll go on to separately, probably in a different video. So they're going to end up with bare heads, and I'll kind of go through some of my thinking when I go through those heads. So I've got those from like a third party rather than Games Workshop, just because Games Workshop I don't think really do enough to give you some variation with these guys. So those are my 2 troops choices, and then of course got Lemon Russ. I'm probably going to do this with a basic battle cannon, and for the sponsons I'll probably stick with las cannons and heavy bolter at the front. Just a really simple setup, try and keep it cheaper and in terms of points, and yeah, eventually I think I will, towards the end of the campaign, I will then get another 2 of these, so I've got 3 Lemon Russes, which I think will be a pretty good rear fire base. So that's that. And then finally Sentinel. So yeah, I love these, so I'm going to do it as an armoured Sentinel, I think with a las cannon. Just kind of watching a lot of videos on YouTube and stuff, that seems like a pretty sensible idea. Just keep it that way and go for the armoured Sentinel rather than, I know a lot of people talk about Scout Sentinels and Heavy Flamers, but I'm not a huge fan of kind of infiltrators, actually. Having played a few games with some, I don't think they're as good as people kind of make out. I think there are other ways of doing it. I think kind of like troop options tend to be better, because this guy's just going to be you know, even if you've got 3, they're just going to get wiped out, and you're going to have to get in really close, and then it's pretty much a suicide unit. I think there are better ways to do that with, say, veterans or scions or something like that. So yeah, so that's everything I've got so far, and then I will be making another video soon where I start talking about the colour scheme I've gone for, some of the background for my new regiment, which is called the Delphine 108th. So I've kind of been coming up with some fluff about the system and planets that they're from, which should open it up to some interesting stuff, hopefully. And then I'll also do a video about the heads that I got separately. So I got all of this from my local game shop, which is also where I'm doing the league, the escalation league. So that's Bag of Holding. I'll put a link in the doobly-doo. And yeah, so first video.